हम आपके सामने क्या हैं? क्या हम कोई गुलाम हैं कि जो आप कहेंगे हम कर ले? I think what has improved tremendously are the fielding standards. You can't imagine what a sea change in fielding has taken place. Now, I remember going to my first tour to the West Indies. This was my last one. First one as a 23-year-old went over. And I remember bowling to these two great butchers, Viv Richards and Gordon Greenidge. It was a real experience. For a fast bowler to bowl to them, rather than you scaring them, they would be scaring you. And so anyway, I was bowling, so I was an in-swing bowler, so not very accurate. Someone early on had described me right arm over anywhere. So it was going all over down the leg side. And anyway, these two bowlers, these two batsmen were sort of playing me on the onside. And I had this fast bowler, our other fast bowler, fielding on the fine leg boundary. As it is, I was being thrashed all over the place. To make matters worse, each time the ball went to him, 5 yards either side, he wouldn't even bother to move. And then, if it was close enough, forget about bending down or diving, he would just put a boot there to stop it. So I was furious. At lunchtime, I went into having been thrashed, hot day, I went in and I told my captain, I said, look, could you not tell him to feel a bit better than that? The captain looked at me. He was, of course, a senior player. And the two sort of looked at me. And I got a real telling off. They said, don't you know he needs to conserve his energy and fine leg for his bowling? So now when I look at what happens in, someone told me, look, Freddie Truman used to bowl, I don't know how many thousands of overs in a season. It was a different form of cricket. You could rest. You could actually have one for full over bowling looseness. I remember when I started county cricket, the first ball I used to bowl was with the new ball in the middle. I didn't even loosen up. So now when you watch the way one-day cricket has come in, it has put tremendous pressure on bowlers. The amount of stress on a bowler is unprecedented. He can't loosen up. He has to come, and there's a run rate. 2020 has, of course, added to everything. You don't have the luxury of loosening up. Then you're diving on the boundary line. Then when you go into running between the wickets, you're running and diving to, get in there. It is the stress on fast bowlers is incredible. While fielding has improved no end, I'm afraid this is where the danger is going to be. This is where cricket must realize that cricket without fast bowling is never going to have the same standards as you can never judge a batsman. Everything is relative. If a batsman doesn't play fast bowling, how can you judge his average to the average of those batsmen who played those West Indies fast bowlers or the fast bowlers of the 80s? Every team had a match-winning bowler. So if you can't compare the averages anymore. I saw Sean Tate bowl in these 2020, and I thought an alien had come in. Suddenly you saw batsmen hopping around, suddenly as if they hadn't seen such pace. But in my time, the West Indies had at least 4 bowlers, not just that they were fast, they were great bowlers. They were wicket-taking bowlers. They were match winners. I remember Sylvester Clarke couldn't get into the West Indies team. And Johnny Barkley and Mark Nicholson would tell you, facing Sylvester Clarke was quite a harrowing experience. I mean, he terrified batsmen. He went to South Africa on a sort of West Indies rebel tour. And he destroyed the South African team single-handedly. He couldn't get into the West Indies team. Then there was a guy called Wayne Daniels, which Johnny remembers, bowling from Middlesex. He was so fast, the West Indies wouldn't even look at him. So such was the quality of fast bowling. How can you compare those batsmen, says someone like Sunil Gavaskar, playing for India, always went in, because India didn't have any fast bowlers, so they were always playing against teams that had fast bowlers, knew India didn't have fast bowlers, so they would prepare the greenest wicket, and this poor guy would be opening against the fast bowlers on green wickets all the time. I mean, his record is phenomenal if you look at the sort of cricket he played.